for the E-Buggy event. Lutz, Cavalier, Ronael battle, who will start from the pit lane. Martin, Ongaro, 30 seconds to go. Cody King, Jorn Neumann, Renault Savoia, Carl McBride, Ricardo Berton, Elliot Boots, Marco Barufalo, Martin Blanca, and Dan Boofer. Those last four all bumped up. Let's get on to a main cam. Press the wrong button there, and there we go. So this is the E-Buggy A main final, sponsored by Modeltune here at the NEO16. After a bit of a wait for a problem for Robert Bataille, means he starts from the pit lane. I've backed Ryan Lutz. Who are you backing, young man?
Ryan Cavalier.
So it's a Ryan benefit. Cavalier starts second, Lutz starts first. But will we see a different start? Will we see carnage at the start? Can these drivers get around the first corner?
4, 3, 2, 1.
And they're away, and this is quite a clean start. First three all get the note. Much easier to do this jump from a different point. You've got the power, and up the inside of Cavalier goes Ronael into second. So it's Lutz from Ronael from Cavalier as they coming down towards it. It's Techno from HB from Associated.
Very clean start there generally. That was very nice. Surprisingly clean, well, considering what we've seen so far today, that was very nice. Cavalier now tucked in behind Ronael. Looks like he's playing a little bit of a tactical game. He doesn't want to battle too hard early in the going, but Ronael is straight up there. Ronael's been one of the quickest out and out in these early sessions, and he's trying to demonstrate that early. But I think Lutz, Ronael and Cavalier are going to be the class of this field here.
And there's no breakaway at the moment. Fourth place, it is in fact Lee Martin at the moment. So 1, 2, 3. I think is Martin still in fourth, or has he lost that fourth position? It is the 8, and that is Jorn Neumann now, the electric champion of many classes. In fact, comes up to 1, 2, and 3, and a slight mistake there from Cavalier. It means our first two get away, and it's Lutz from Ronael, the Techno, which looks very different in E-Buggy form than it does in full format, because of course it's got a match now, and Ronael got the inside there. So Ronael takes him, so it's a lead now for Ronael in second. With a minute and 10 seconds gone, it's Lutz, but already he's falling into the clutches of Ryan Cavalier. But look at Ronael get away.
Ronael has been on a serious tear this weekend. His pace in a lot of the practice and qualifying sessions has been sensational, but he's been struggling to get that consistency session by session. But if he's on it right now, then he's only got 8.5 minutes to be the best out there, and he's got this in the bag. He's already starting to put some space between himself, Lutz and Cavalier, which is saying a lot, seeing as not many people have been able to gap Lutz or Cavalier in either class this weekend.
So Ronael, who admitted in our interviews yesterday, his biggest problem was himself, and he's just making those little mistakes. But now it looks like Lutz has suddenly rediscovered his mojo. He's gapping back towards Ronael, whereas he's dropping Cavalier. So it does seem to be a bit of a benefit for the first two here, both in frame. The yellow and green car with an orange from young Mr. David Ronael, 19 years old from Sweden, and behind him the various combinations of pink and purple, which is Ryan Lutz. Oh, and that little mistake is going to throw him back into Cavalier's clutches. We'll be looking a bit more at Lutz and Cavalier at the moment. The second and third with our focus, Paul. So there's Lutz coming out around the Modeltune section.
And I can also point out that Davide Ongaro has moved up into fourth. A little mistake there from Lutz. He just caught the inside barrier there on the inside of the track. Just turned him a little bit sharper than he needed to. But Cavalier is, if anything, a little bit of a surprise here. He's almost struggling to stay with the top two. Ronael is trying to give this entire field the goodbye look. Lutz, if anything, is more concerned with battling off Cavalier for second rather than trying to keep up with Ronael.
I think Lutz actually really is just making too many small mistakes. He's definitely got the ground speed to break Cavalier.
Yes.
But the problem he has is he's just been touching things. Now, the lead last time round was 1.845 seconds for Ronael. My guess is it's gone down slightly this time. I mean, I'm not... Oh, did indeed. He just spread it through there, and it's gone down to 1.6. So 2/10 taken off. Now, Cavalier, though, is going to begin to pressurise Lutz, but I think that Lutz is probably experienced enough not to get bothered by that. And Cavalier actually slips there on the edge of the DXR doubles and loses enough to give a little bit of breathing space. Now, Ronael has turned some incredibly fast individual laps. Lutz has as well, and the gap, again, seems to be staying consistent at 1.5 to 2 seconds.
Cavalier looking up the inside there, but he's just going to be too tight. Surely he can't go around the outside at Saw Corner, but he switches back. That was really neat and tidy. He switched back onto the inside in Saw Corner. That was really well done from Cavalier. He's through to second. Be interesting to see now if he's got any pace to break away from Lutz and catch up with Ronael. It doesn't look like either of them are, but I think they focus too much on their individual battle so far, rather than...
The net effect was that lead went up by 0.8 of a second to 2.6 seconds, so it's a net gain very much there for Ronael rather than Lutz, who not only lost a place, but both of them, him and Cavalier, lost a lot of time, and that was across this line now. The gap has gone to Wait. There's Cavalier finishes his lap with just about half the distance. No, going to 3.0, so it's looking like a real much of a Ronefalk benefit now.
Yeah, Ronefalk is trying to say goodbye to this field pronto. He's just got over half the race to go still, but I think Cavalier is starting to gap Lutz just a little bit. It's not enough really to pull in Ronefalk, but it's just enough to put him away from Lutz and make second his own. But I think Cavalier is getting to the stage now, Nick, where Ronefalk's going to have to trip up, and so far that's not looked like happening.
No, Ronefalk now has the entire length of the straight as a lead. Lutz not showing the speed we expected to see, I must say. He had a good opening couple of laps, then slowly drifted back just for completeness. It's David Ongaro in fourth, Kyle McBride in fifth, and Cody King in sixth. But we are with we need to move forward to our first place man now, who's Ronefalk, of course, going round the corner straight on there with Frank, because it's really, as you said, down to a mistake now with a 3.5 second lead that's going to take him out there. So Ronefalk, textbook today.
He's romping away, isn't he? This is really strong, and I find it interesting as well. Bear in mind, this is the first time these e-buggies will be on the track today. They did not have a practice session before this, so what would have worked yesterday may be slightly off today, so these guys will have guessed and tried to anticipate the track coming forward and changing slightly overnight. Looks like Ronefalk got it spot on.
Apart from that it dropped a little bit wheel on that last jump, but it really now, Lutz is the person who's surprising. He's surprisingly now lost pace because he's jumping back into the clutches of Ongaro in fourth. I think the lead went down slightly. He did about that little tiny miss jump out of the big hole by Ronefalk, lost about 0.5 a second. Now Cavalier now is beginning to hunt him down, but it is really down to whether Ronefalk will make a mistake or not as he goes down all the section before jumping up in front of us. Yeah,
Cavalier is slowly starting to reel Ronefalk in just a little bit. I don't know if he's going to have time to do so with the gap standing as it is, 2.3 seconds. It was out to 3 at one point. Now it's down to 2.3. Ronefalk still has a comfortable gap there. But bearing in mind, I think Ronefalk might have to deal with traffic in a lap or two as well.
Yeah, great point. It went down by 0.2 again, and we are still with 4 minutes to go. So these 10-minute races, we're used to our electric racing here on RC Racing TV. We're used to be 5 minutes ago. This is a 10-minute race, and I would say Cavalier now actually is beginning to get closer to Ronefalk. So suddenly he's found a bit of second half pace, or perhaps Ronefalk eased off too much to be safe. So it was 2.1 last time round. I think it'll be pretty similar to slightly closer as Cavalier goes through in second place.
And Cavalier is just so dangerous when he gets into that rhythm, isn't he? He's now down under 2 seconds. It's 1.8 now. Cavalier is just getting into that zone where he's just able to click off strong lap after strong lap. Can Ronefalk respond? He's going to get caught in a rock and a hard place after not too long because he's got Marco Barufalo coming up in front of him to lap. But he's got Cavalier closing in from behind. All the pressure is coming on Ronefalk now with just over 3 minutes to go.
Cavalier definitely gained in that lap as well. So Cavalier, and some good work there from the back mark. It's Barufalo.
Yep.
But the lead has come down again. My guess is down to about 1.3 seconds, a half a second taken out. Cavalier finds some real speed, of course, which the old adage, catching is one thing, passing is another. But catching would be a start. Cavalier, 2 wheels up as he goes over the wheel of doom, and we should be focusing on our chaser now, Ryan Cavalier, as he comes over the jump, and he's landed that wrong, but I think he's got away with it, and he really is pushing on the edge. There's minor mistakes. This lap, no gain, I think, because there's minor mistakes, but we still have at least 4 more laps to go as the back marker gets out of the way for him as well, and we begin the lap with 2 minutes and 30, a quarter of the race to go, 2:30 to go, and that gap did ease out to 1.8.
And it's all about the fine margins right now. You've got to give a tip of the hat to Marco Barufalo as well. He let those two through very smoothly. Neither of them were really held up by the lap traffic, which is good. We want to see this battle come down to its conclusion naturally, and Ronefalk, I think, has used that slight glitch or blip from Cavalier a lap or so ago to slowly get his rhythm back and start to bring the pace up again. This is a real war of pace right now. Who's going to flinch first and make that mistake? But Cavalier just keeps coming.
The weird thing is these cars are looking so settled compared to what we've seen so far. A, because they're electric, and B, because it's the top drivers, but they are absolutely on the edge. And the ragged edge, you can see Cavalier, he's up on 2 wheels. More often he's on 4. And he's pushing every corner. He's definitely gaining this lap as well. So he's made a big gain here if he can just get these next 2 corners right. And it's any second now, it's going to be wobbly leg time for Ronefalk because he's got a chance to win this, but Cavalier is coming at a rapid pace. I don't know what, I didn't see any mistakes. It's just sheer pace that's taken Cavalier way close. I'm sure under the second now.
This is really, really tense now, isn't it? It seems to be like Ronefalk has the slight edge in the final part of the lap in front of our commentary position here, but most of the rest of it, it's all Cavalier right now. That gap is just over a second, and it's surely coming down lap by lap. I think we've got at least 2 laps to go, maybe an extra one as well, so he's got time there.
No,
that was too much. I think he must have blown it.
He had a problem there. I'm not sure what happened with that one. Cavalier landed very strangely. He lost a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Almost like he wasn't sure he had a driver came out of there. So they do have this lap and 2 more because the speed the E-Buggies go, but Cavalieri lost 1.1 seconds there, and to find that back in 3 laps, his only hope now is a Ronael mistake. So let's move forward to Ronael, our leader. That minor mistake for Cavalieri would have put him out. So unless Ronael makes a mistake, Cavalieri I don't think can go. Though Cavalieri is coming like an absolute train towards Ronael. There's 2 laps to go when they come round this last time. They will just get 2 laps, and Cavalieri, I've no idea how he's done that, but he has raced towards Ronael in that last lap.
Ronael just cannot believe his luck right now. He cannot shake Cavalieri no matter what he does, no matter what mistakes Cavalieri makes, no matter what laps Ronael puts in. And there's a car in the middle of the track up at the top. Very lucky not to get balked by them there. And the traffic is once again behaving himself. So we will have, I think, 1 more lap here.
1 more lap, and Ronael also managed to pick up a bit of a gain round the corner. He's had a nasty slap. The car in the way, it's out the way. So they are going to be able to see each other, but it's just 1 more lap. All Ronael has to do is get round this lap. The lead will be probably still just over a second. As he comes through, he's got 1.4, so very little gain. So as long as he keeps it 4 wheels down, Ronael will become your Modeltune E-Buggy champion at NEO16. But there is many a slip and many a corner between here and victory.
And he's generally been a little bit quicker through the second half of the lap, coming through here now than he has been over Cavalieri. And I think he's going to have just enough in hand. He's only got the sore corner to go, a couple of jumps to manage, and he should do this absolutely fine. Traffic getting out of his way, and it's going to be David Ronael who takes out the Modeltune E-Buggy A-Main final after a picture-perfect performance. Well done.
Great performance by Ronael. It comes in second place was Ryan Cavalieri, third probably the most disappointed man of all, which is Ryan Lutz, then David Ongaro in fourth. Robert Bataille, who started from the pit lane, in fifth. Your Neumann is sixth. Oh yeah, let's do it properly, shall we? Just do it with a set of graphics. What an excellent idea. So it's Ronael, who said, who won in the end by just under 2 seconds. Cavalieri pushed as hard as he could. You could see how hard he was pushing, but little mini mistakes turned up. Ryan Lutz is third. David Ongaro is fourth. Robert Bataille is fifth. Jorn Neumann is sixth. Elliot Booth seventh. Lee Martin is eighth. Martin Valanka is ninth. And Darren Bloomfield, he said with his microphone doing very weird things at the moment, is down in 10th position. And bringing up the rear, Renaud Savoy, Cody King, Carl McBride, Marco Ruffalo and Ricardo Berton. And that is our first final for the day, everyone.